Morning, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. So let's get some music going here. What's up, Bino? Hope everyone's doing well. So I will be streaming here first 30 minutes, 9 to 9:30, and then going into the live trading. YouTube's just going to be for pre-market. That way everyone is able to see my pre-market watch list, and then once the market opens, I will go ahead and we'll go into the Zoom. Okay. I think this is going to be the best schedule ahead. I can post that schedule in the channel. Okay, let me just type that out quickly so everyone understands. Okay, here we go. Boom. I just posted it in the members chat. I'm also gonna post it in live trading. Working and listening. It's hot out. Yeah, it's gonna be hot out. So let's get going here. If anyone has any questions, let me know. Let's see what we got. Qs. All right, Qs. We had kind of a double bottom yesterday. We had this little fake breakdown. Right, and then we started to break to the upside. We're up 0.24% here in pre-market. We're kind of just trading in this range now, right? We have a double bottom and we have these lower highs being put in place. Right? Another level I'm keeping an eye on is this 366.33 level, right? Previous resistance, acted as resistance, it acted as support, acted as resistance again, right? So this is a big level that should act as a support now that we're above it, okay? Please post a Zoom link, sure. I'll post it actually right before we go live because I don't want people just joining and sitting in the Zoom. So I'll post it right before we go live. Okay. So that's what I'm looking at here on the Qs. IWM is up 0.5% here in pre-market. Let's redo this chart. If we go to a higher time frame, make it a little bit cleaner to look at, right? We have this previous resistance as well, and we're kind of sitting right there in pre-market, right around 188.84. So if we can break through 189.24, this could definitely see a decent sized move, right? We have this resistance from November and December. No, I don't really look at anything Bitcoin related. Okay. Nothing Bitcoin related. So QQQ went over. SPY. Right, kind of the same thing. We're trading within this range. Gonna use this previous support as a potential resistance above. Right, so the resistance, or excuse me, the support from Friday, June 30th is potentially going to act as a resistance. So I just want to see if it can break through that. If that can break, then we should continue to push up and test this previous high here. Is it the same level? Yeah, both 64. Okay. All right, and then we have this little double top here at 442.64. So we'll need to just keep an eye and see what happens here. And we'll just have to wait for open. Mariana, these are typically the hours I trade. You're in here. I don't know if you're in here or not. So you commented in the Discord though. Okay. So let's see some setups that we got today. Tesla, right? Tesla actually went perfect yesterday, right? We had that previous support, lower highs being put in place. And once we broke down here, we had a gap to fill right to this 264.5 zone. Okay. Right, and then we saw that perfect breakdown, and kind of the target was pretty much perfectly hit. But regarding today for a setup, you know, I don't really like anything here. Apple, I really like this setup yesterday, but we're up 0.5% here in pre-market, right? We have this bear flag, and we're opening up, right? So we have this previous support, acted as a support again, right? Kind of acted as a resistance yesterday, but not, you know, perfectly. We're just going to be trading this range. So if we can break through 190.07, I potentially like this for calls. I'll set an alert at it, 190.07. But I think we have better setups available. Netflix, I like a lot. Right? I like this tight consolidation. I always mention that, right? I always look for a coil, right? We have higher lows, lower highs, a clean entry point if we want to take to the upside. We could look to the downside here. Right, I'm trying to figure out what target we want to use, right? So we could use this previous resistance, which acted as a support, as an entry point to the downside. Okay. So we'll be keeping an eye on that for sure. Google, thank you. Who mentioned that? I think Bullback. I do like the setup on Google. Right, it's pretty much flat here in pre-market. We have this previous support, big support, right? Huge bounce off this level from June, right? And we bounced 3 times now, and now we're starting to create this kind of reversal pattern. Right, on a smaller time frame, right? We have higher lows, lower highs, and if we can break through this previous support, which acted as a new resistance yesterday, right, over 116.85, we could definitely see a nice move up to 118 plus. All right, so I'll be keeping an eye there. I'm going to set an alert at that level, 116.85. Okay. AMD down 1.2% here in pre-market. Let's see what's any news. Weak demands. Price target to 160 from 150. That's an upgrade. But AMD is down 1.3% and NVIDIA is up 0.6%. So usually they move together. I guess not today. But again, the setup, you know, it needs more time, right? It's trading within this range, right? We have a previous low, lower highs, right? It needs some more time to coil. NVIDIA as well, right? Higher lows, lower highs, trading within this range. So it either needs to break below this previous low from yesterday around 417, or it needs to break above that double top around 432. So it needs some more time. Meta, right? We have a ton of setups that look pretty solid. What data do we have this morning? I forgot. Let's see. Let me take a look so I can let everyone know. Today is Tuesday, so we have Bullard speaking at 12. Let me pull this up on the screen here for a second. Okay, here we go. Let me zoom in a bit. We have Bullard speaking at 9, and then 12, 1, and then aftermarket. Okay, so we just need a... Oh, this is at 9 o'clock. So this is already happening. And CPI tomorrow. Right, CPI tomorrow at 8:30 is going to be very important. Right, so we'll have to, play that by ear. I don't like to sell spreads. I don't like to do that. It's not my strategy. But if that works for you, works for you. Okay. Yeah, CPI tomorrow is going to be important. So swinging anything into tomorrow is going to be a little sketchy. Bullish or bearish, Nicholas asked. It's not, my strategy. I just play, whatever the chart gives me. Let's see what other setups we got. Microsoft looks pretty much the same as Google, right? We have this previous low kind of acting as a support, right? Microsoft starting to bounce off there, right? Maybe a potential move up and a gap fill. We can play it by ear as well. Coin, I'm going to keep an eye on. I'm going to move this up a little bit. It is down 1% here in pre-market, but look at the setup, right? We have higher lows. We have a flat top across the board, right? Previous resistance, resistance, resistance yesterday. Right, this is just a typical ascending wedge. If we can push through 81.37, I have the next resistance here at 85.38. Okay. Rivian, not really touching today. BABA, right, swung calls, took a position around here or so, up 0.75%. Still looks good, right? Just needs to break through 91.57 and then the high from yesterday around 92 or so. But still looks solid. Amazon, nothing really. Square, let's see what's going on with Square. Still consolidating. Right, still making this flag, but we are up 0.7% here in pre-market, right? So we have this resistance from yesterday, 69.65, and we're right below that in pre-market. So if that could break, we could definitely see some continuation there. Thoughts on Rivian? It's been, it's been trekking along. It's seen a great move from 13, right? Almost 100%, pretty much 100%. Right, I like to trade consolidation. I like to trade breakouts of a flag. Okay. If everyone can drop a like on the video, I'd appreciate it. In 10 minutes, we'll be going live on Zoom. All right, let's go over some pen getting tight. This is just not for me. Let's see. LCID. Nope, not for me. Thoughts on shop. Let's see. So too steep, honestly. It's just not for me either. You could draw it like this. It's just like kind of forcing it. You know, we kind of have this previous support, acted as support, a little fake out, kind of a potential flag, and it might start to break out here. But not my favorite setup. Neo. Right, Neo actually just broke, right, this previous resistance. Tested it yesterday, and now in pre-market here, it's breaking through. So definitely can continue to run, just not a setup I would trade. JP Morgan. I haven't looked at this in a long time. So nice flag it created yesterday, right? Higher lows, lower highs. We're approaching this previous resistance. So, whoops. It would need to push through 147.48 to continue. Right, and it doesn't have much resistance above. Right, I could definitely see a nice run 149 plus, I would say. No problem, Dylan. SE. I don't really like to trade any of these names. The charts are always a little weird. You know, you could draw it like this, right? Overall downtrend starting to break out, pushing to the upside. I would say once it breaks 59.50, it's, you know, kind of like officially starting to enter an uptrend, right? We have a double bottom or even a triple bottom here in place. It broke through this previous support, right? Look how many times this level bounced, right? Previous support, and it broke right through. And now it's pushing up and it's attempting to break this resistance above. Okay. How do you play the fake outs? So if you're in a position during a fake out, it's hard. But if you're not in the position, it becomes much easier, right? So for example, if you were to take, so what you would want to do off playing a support, right? So it dips down, you wait a little bit. If it reclaims, you enter as it reclaims with the stop loss at that most recent low. Right, so let's say we have a double bottom here, right, which we do. Right, a little double bottom. Right, this is the previous support. This is also the support below, right? You enter as it pulls back up and starts to break to the upside with a stop loss at that most recent low. It's a little confusing to explain. I would have to show you kind of like in real time. I could show you on the Zoom. You know, whenever we go live in 5 minutes, 5 or so minutes. Thoughts on Disney? Disney isn't doing much yesterday. I just consolidated. BAB is up 0.5%, right? We covered this already. In this position still looks pretty good. Move this up to the top because I need to keep track of it. Adobe. No problem. No problem. I like this flag, right? So I like when there's a flag over a previous resistance like this, right? So previous resistance, right? A little resistance here. We broke through, we kind of pulled back and we're creating this flag. So this can definitely see some continuation here. This is a typical chart that I would trade. you know, I'll add it to the watch list. I'll add it to the watch list and I'll keep an eye. I don't really trade this, so we'll see. But I like how, right, we have these higher lows. We have kind of like this little breakout there. It's pushing up. It's up 0.3% here pre-market. Over 499.2. This could definitely see a nice little run. So we'll keep an eye. Maybe we'll play this today. Thank you, Derek. Which volume profile am I using? It's just VRVP. But with that being said, I'm going to create the Zoom link now for all VIP members. Let me schedule the meeting. What's today's date? 7/11. Morning session. Okay. All right, all. I appreciate everyone stopping by. If you could drop a like on the video before you head out, that'd be great. I'm going to be posting the Zoom link in the VIP live stream.